Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at this web app. This web app is a financial utility tool and is going to help with debt management. So it's similar to what you would create in an Excel or Google Sheets, but this was 100% vibe coded, meaning that I told Gemini exactly what I wanted, just using natural language, and it created the web app for me. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the conversation that I had with Gemini to get to this point, and I will provide the prompt that I use so you can go ahead, use that prompt to create your own version of it. In addition to that, I will leave a link to this app, so if you want to play around with it, you can go ahead and do so. All right, so let's jump right in. So just starting out with a quick overview. We have our top area that gives you summary information. It shows our total debt, the highest balance, the highest amount of money that we have to spend to pay off our debt per month, and our debt-free day. And then here we have a chart that shows our progress preview, so paying down the debt. Here's where we'll log in activities, and I'll show you what that looks like next. Okay, so over here we have more charts. One is showing us the different types of debt we have. So if you hover around, you can see student loan, regular loans, medical, and credit card. All right, and then here we have our monthly activities. So how much we paid per month, how much we charged, meaning that this is the amount of money we paid and this is the amount of additional debt that we incurred for last month and for this month. And then here you can see how much we paid for this month and for the total year. And then over here gives us our recent transactions. So with this web app, you're going to be able to log in transactions, meaning how much additional expense you added to that debt. And that's what this is. And you can filter and sort this table. All right, so let's take a look at quick actions and how it works. When we click here, this is where you would log your activity. So if you're going to be paying your debt, you're going to log the activity here. If you're going to be adding a new charge, so let's say you're paying down your credit card, but you also use that credit card to make a large purchase. Here's where you add that information. Let's do one, for example, student loan A. Let's say for this, I paid $250. All right, and click save. And now it's going to update that amount. So you can see that the amount paid this month has increased because of the amount I logged. Let's add one more. We're going to add amount charged for this month. Go back here, change it to new charge. So this is going to be one of our credit cards. Let's say we spent $750. Click save. And now you can see the amount charged increases by the amount of money we earn. So this is really nice because it updates automatically, just like a spreadsheet. And in my opinion, a little bit better because you have way more options and the interface is just very clean and very intuitive. Okay, let's go over to the next tab. This is where you add your different types of debt. So you can see that, remember when we logged our activity, we have a list of debts here that we can select from. Here's where we manage those debts. You can add new ones, edit, or delete them from here. The next one is strategy comparison. If you're familiar with debt payment strategies, the two most common ones people would reference is the avalanche method and the snowball method. The avalanche method is where you focus on paying the debt with the highest interest first. The snowball method is more psychological, which focuses on paying the lowest balance first. So this gives you an idea based on your specific debts, how long it would take you if you choose the avalanche method versus how long it would take you if you use the snowball method, and how much interest you end up paying overall. So pretty nice tool here. And then right here is a table with a payoff plan based on the strategy you select here. Okay, avalanche versus snowball. You can see right here it shows snowball because that is what we selected here. It's going to give you a payment plan for each of these different debts. So how much you need to pay for the entire life of the debt, and you could download this as a PDF for your reference. So pretty straightforward tool, and I think can be very useful. The reason why I like using these types of web apps is that they're actually a little bit easier to create than Google Spreadsheets, because Google Spreadsheets, you are confined to certain formulas and it's more difficult to create something that looks very aesthetic and intuitive. The next part of this video is to take you behind the scenes. All right, we're going to check out my Gemini account. I'll show you the prompt that I started out with and part of the conversation that led me to this version. I will have that prompt available for you so you can use that prompt as a starting point and then vibe code with Gemini until you get to a web app that works for you. All right, so here we are in my Gemini account. It is the Thinking with 3.0 Pro that I use to create this web app. Here is a prompt that I started out with. It's a very, very long prompt, and I do have a video that I created to show you how I come up with these prompts. This is not something that I'm able to write on my own. I created a web app that specifically uses information that I provided to create a very detailed prompt. The advantage of using this long prompt is that with one prompt, you're able to get to a very good starting point. So that is why I use that. And if you haven't seen that video, I will leave a link to that video so you can go ahead and check it out. All right, so here's where I started with that prompt, and then I went through a series of additional prompts. So you can see as I scroll through, hear my conversations. Again, everything is in natural language, just speaking in natural language, communicating with Gemini, the changes that I wanted with the application. And then as you can see, probably around maybe 10 additional prompts just to change certain things. And that's how I got to the place I am here. And that is it. All the links to everything will be available in the description box. If you're going to be playing around with this web app and you want to see the same data that I just showed you in the first part of this video, make sure you are in the dashboard tab. Go down here, click this button that says load demo data. All right. That's how I was able to get this data that I displayed to you. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and start from a clean slate and play around with the app and see what it's able to create for you. All right, guys, that is all I have for this video. Leave any questions and comments you have in the description box below. If you have other ideas about different web apps that you want me to create, let me know in the comment section below as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.